Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Wisdom Delights, and today we are going to continue our series of positive effects of negative planets. So I have already posted a video about Saturn and its positive effects in our lives, and I've talked about all the 12 ascendants in that video. If you have not watched that video, if you're new to my channel, then I would post the link of that video in the description below, and you can check it later after this video, because today we are going to talk about the planet Rahu, and I would talk about all the different ascendants and how Rahu is going to bring about the positive things into our lives. But of course it comes in a very shady manner most of the times if there is no good aspects or conjunction with the planet Rahu. And I would divide this video in parts, so I will not be posting the full video. I would be posting the introduction about what Rahu is all about and how it affects the lives, how it manifests in our lives according to which house it is placed, and then I will be doing the complete about all 12 ascendants from the first house, Rahu in first house, second house, third house, and so on up until Rahu in the 12th house. So as I said, I will be posting the shorter clips of this whole video, because it takes a lot of time to upload this video when it's like almost an hour or longer than that, because I'm expecting it to be really long video. So now if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel so that you don't miss new videos, and all the ascendants which I'll be talking about here, as I said, I will be posting them in series. So, and if you like my video, after you watch it, hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, and enjoy. Okay, let's start. Now, what is Rahu? First of all, we want to know what Rahu is, and what does it do when Rahu is placed in any of our houses in our birth chart. So Rahu basically is a provocator. What Rahu is like, Rahu is that thought that comes into your mind. Well, if there's something which doesn't feel right, do it, go for it. Or it is like the provocator which comes and talks in your ears and say, let's go do it. Nobody's watching, but who is watching? Saturn is watching, and it will come back at a later point, but right now we are not talking about Saturn. So let's continue with Rahu here. So it is like kind of those people also who provocates and try to bring trouble in our lives, or like those people who do certain things and which are not right, which are not true, and they put you in trouble, and they make you kind of their accomplice into that problem, right? So Rahu is a chaos creator. So those people who just try to mix up things, and at the end, they make everybody feel that it's your fault, whereas it's not your fault, right? So those are the people who are very good with this Rahu thing. Like the Rahu is very prominent in their charts, and what they do is they feed on that chaos. So they are like, Rahu is trickster, Rahu is like opportunist. So any kind of thing that they find that, okay, well, there's kind of dispute going on, and they will try to get the benefit out of it. That is the quality of Rahu. So like all the kind of shady things, like slippery kind of environment where you do the thing and slip out of it and nobody will come to know. And then it also signifies like smoky environments, everything that is smoky, which of course smoke is not really good unless it is like when you're doing some kind of havan or something. That is only the best time when the smoke is good. But otherwise, like let's say something burns, and then the smoke comes out of it, and I mean, like think of those wildfires. the smoke comes out of the wildfire and it stays in the air for days. So that also is represented by Rahu. And the like mirror kind of objects, um, where you cannot see the, like, what is the actual person, like what is the reflection and what is truth. So these are kind of the situations and things that denotes Rahu things, and those kind of personalities, and people who wear masks, and there are certain kind of parties and events when people wear masks. So that place at that time, especially those things usually happens like during the night time. So Rahu is at its peak during night. So that is what is seen by Rahu when people wear masks and you don't know who is who, right? So, and then what else Rahu is a trespasser. Rahu, he is kind of unwelcome guest. So like unwelcome visitor, like you don't want that person to be at your premises, and that the person enters your premises without your permission. They enter someone's land and someone's property without their permission, so they are the trespassers people. Like I have also mentioned it before, just like to give you an example, let's say you have your property in a vacation place, like place of vacation, like hill station or near the ocean or somewhere, some another city where you go spend your vacations with your family and friends, but you don't reside in that property actually. But what happens is, like, when you're not present there, someone takes over the possession of that your property. So those kind of people, and they don't leave it easily, right? So you have to do like lots of things. Maybe you have to pay them to get out of your place sometimes. So those kind of people are represented by Rahu. Then they kind of people who believe in the statement like fake it till you make it. So what actually it means is they don't have those qualities in themselves, and they keep on faking it, and then until they make it, they won't stop, right? So they make you believe that they know the stuff, right? So if you know people who believe in like a wisdom quote like fake it till you make it, so these people are under the influence of Rahu. Now that also Rahu may bring enormous amount of success to someone. So like we are talking about some kind of crazy kind of things about Rahu here, but this is very important for you to know what actually Rahu is, what it can do, right? To what extent it can do things, and it can go. And it is very interesting to know that Rahu does not have limits. It is like a limitless planet. Like it just like doesn't get satisfied with anything. So the more you feed it, the more it gets like, I'm still unsatisfied. I want more. So then now what I mean is like it gets like, I mean, people with good strong Rahu can get to very top heights, like they get enormous success in their life, and they get it very quickly and in short term period. But then in the long run, they actually lose very big time. So I mean, with Rahu, they can take you to the topmost places and topmost hierarchies in your life. But if that position did not come with true efforts, and with all it came with like just like slipping around, and by posing as someone you are not, then it will give you a big hit at the same time. So when people they receive empowerments of any sort, or like these empowerments are completely abnormal, and they are like kind of shape-shifting environments. So like people are with Rahu at the same time are like having what they call the term like Rajya Lobha. They are greedy of power, they are greedy of success, they are greedy of coming at the top, being called the number one in whatever area of life they are. So then what it means is like very ambitious people, very greedy, very, like, they will cheat and trick and create all the kind of chaos they will create and everything to get to that point. Now, so, and another thing, what people with strong Rahu, they can do, and then when we get to the point where I will talk about different houses, then you will get to know, like, in which area they will use these qualities in their lives and how they will do that. Now, again, they are kind of people, they believe in highway or my way, right? So either you do this, or then otherwise they will just ruin and then spoil the stuff. Like, they are kind of those little children, you know, they fight for toys, and like, if you cannot have that toy, I will not let you, if you won't give that toy to me, then I will also not let you have the toy, and they just break it. So it's that's how they are. And they want to be treated as the first person, like they should be the first people who should have that privilege for anything. Now, they also, like, Rahu is like, from, they come from the, you know, those snakes, Naga, like in the ancient term we call that Naga. So these are the kind of people that they do the things and they hide, then they slip and they go, and then they slither and hide. So they actually belong to those kind of people, like with strong Rahu, they have those kind of traits in them. Now here comes the story of actually story where the Rahu come from. Where does Rahu come from? So it is the story is given in our ancient scriptures. So how does Rahu come into existence? So Rahu is basically the part of like the second, like Rahu is the head part of Swarbhanu, and the below the neck is Ketu. So Rahu and Ketu are one, and they are split in two, and then the one person was Swarbhanu. So what happens? Well, actually, how did Rahu get the head cut off? So then what happens is, like, in the very ancient eras, like thousands and thousands of years before, there was the ocean churning was going on. Churning of ocean was happening in between the gods and the demigods, and they were trying to, you know, compete in getting the nectar of life, nectar of immortality. So that's what was happening, and they were churning the ocean, and various things were coming out. Goddess Lakshmi came out, and various other things, like. So then at the end, the nectar of life, the nectar of immortality came out of that ocean, and then it was time for demigods to get that nectar one by one in line. So then Lord Vishnu, they came in the you know, avatar of Mohini. So they disguised in the Mohini avatar and started to distribute that nectar to all the demigods, so that the god wanted the demigods to become immortal. Now Rahu here was, at that time, was Swarbhanu, and he belongs to the you know, the clan of demons. So, and then it was decided that demons are not going to have that nectar of immortality, right? So they wanted to enhance the goodness in the world, not the evil and demonic stuff, right? So then the demons were not allowed to have that nectar. Now what happens is, Rahu, as I said, Swarabhanu, because who was Rahu before, he wanted to succeed. He wanted to be considered as gods, and he wanted to be immortal. So what he does is he disguises himself in the form of gods, and then he sits in between sun and moon, because, as I said, all the gods were sitting in line, and sun and moon is also, they're also gods. So Rahu took the form of a god, and then he sat in between sun and moon, and then as the nectar was being distributed by Lord Vishnu in the form of Mohini, when it came to when it came to Swarabhanu, he took the nectar and he drank it. So once he drank, and then Sun and Moon came to know about it, and then they complained about Swarabhanu to Lord Vishnu that it was not actually a god. He is Swarabhanu who took the nectar. And then when Lord Vishnu came to know about it, he became very furious, and he came back into his form, and in his Vishnu form, and he used his disc weapon, and he cut the throat of Swarabhanu, and then he divided Swarabhanu into two parts, that is Rahu, that is the head part, and Ketu below the neck. So that's how Rahu came into existence. And then from its very first story, we can come to know that he is very ambitious. He wants to be considered as the best of, like, in the best places. He wants to be considered as God. He wants to be considered as powerful. He wants to be immortal. So what happened is, like, even if the head was cut, he did not die, because he anyways have had he had had the nectar himself, a nectar of immortality, so he survived. Now in that case, what happens is, like, whenever there's a Rahu prominent in your chart, so then those houses become really prominent in your birth chart at the same time. So now we will talk about, like, other representations of Rahu, and I will also tell you. So there are nakshatras of Rahu. So what nakshatras Rahu signify? So the nakshatras that are ruled by Rahu are Ardhara nakshatra, Swati nakshatra, and Shatabisha nakshatra. So, and then what things Rahu represents? So Rahu represents people who are, like, odd looking in a very glamorous way, right? So, like, to give you an example, Lady Gaga. So the things she does is, like, all about Rahu, and then getting the plastic surgeries done and all that stuff is represented by Rahu. So disguising yourself, you just, like, try to change your appearance to get the fame, to get popular and famous. So that is what is Rahu. And then people who are, like, do, like, piercing and tattoos, a lot of piercing, a lot of tattoos, and then get their hair colored and strange kind of clothes they wear just to get attention, because they are attention seeker. So those are people are represented by Rahu. And then, so other things, like in our life, we see in our surroundings, like internet, it's a shady place. Like, you don't know if sometimes people send you friend requests and stuff, and then you don't know who they are. So those kind of things are represented by Rahu. And then hackers are seen by Rahu. Hair specialists are seen by Rahu. Like, these are kind of the occupation. People like to, who are very innovative and change the forms of others. Those are also considered, represented by Rahu. People, information technology specialists are seen by Rahu. And then terrorists and extremist people, like who create havoc and terror around, they are also, because people with strong Rahu, they actually enjoy creating, like, uncomfortable surroundings, uncomfortable situations around them, and they actually get a lot of energy out of it. So those people are also seen by Rahu, because when they are doing that kind of thing, they are not thinking the right and the wrong. So people basically who are under the strong influence of Rahu, they don't know the right and wrong. So we will come to that point later. Now Rahu also represents foreign lands, foreign places, foreign situation, foreign language. The new languages, like different languages, different atmosphere you are in, that are also represented by Rahu. I mean, it will take you out of your comfort zone. It will take you out to a place where you have never been before. And then people who do export and import businesses are also seen by Rahu. And again, as I said, foreign ideas, foreign concepts. People who get a lot of ideas, business ideas, have very good Rahu in their birth chart actually. And then again, intercultural environments where you are sitting in between so many people, where you see so many cultures surrounding you. Those places are seen by Rahu. So there are some like Western countries now where you go to work or you go for the higher education, and you see there different cultural people are sitting together with you. So those kind of situations are being brought by Rahu. Now, so Rahu, what does it do? It's like, as I said, it doesn't have a limit. So it's kind of boundary breaking planet. And it is like it mixes up things, and in terms of the behaviors as well. He's reckless. Rahu personalities are very reckless and disregard the consequences. So whatever they do, they don't really care. They think that they're not even really afraid of the consequences. They just do things, whether they are good or bad, they don't care of the consequences. And due to these characteristics, the modern psychologists these days call these kind of people as people who are delusional and with psychotic kind of behaviors. So psychologists will call them psychotic, delusional, and they just think of things of themselves, and then they act and react accordingly. And then what basically now, so this is basically a whole introduction about Rahu in general, right? Now we will start the series about Rahu from the first house till the 12th house, what it does in the first, second, third, and so on up until 12th house. So Rahu in the first house, we will start here now with Rahu in the first house. So whoever have Rahu in the first house, I'm not going to mean that whatever I'm saying is going to apply, because as I said before, this is only specifically about Rahu in the first house. But people who have some aspects and conjunctions with Rahu in the first house, or some like planets from, like let's say Jupiter is aspecting Rahu, or Mars is conjunct Rahu, or let's say Saturn is aspecting or conjunct, or any other planet like that, then we will also have to see the effects of other planets in together with Rahu in the first house. So check my next video to see what Rahu does in the first house. And if you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.